Whether you've been wondering what I did for New Year's, it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna tell you regardless. We got to the reception, but there was a huge queue, but since I'm a VVIP, the manager walked up to me and told me to have a seat. Right after, welcome drinks were provided to me and my assistant. The face card never declines, so the manager came and gave us the room keys right away. We got escorted to the designated lift, and my assistant is so devoted to his job that he decided to spend the New Year's Day with me. Some might call this child labor, but most likely they would be Gen Z. We finally reached our level that was located on the 32nd floor. My assistant is very good at his job, so he opened the door and disappeared so I could give you guys a room tour. I was immediately not impressed by the size of the closet, but at least they had 2 robes. But right after I saw the full body mirror and felt much better. The bathroom, on the contrary, was huge. It had 2 sinks and 2 gigantic mirrors. Toilets, heated. I mean, what else can you ask for? Well, I could think of few things, but 2 king-size beds and private pool did it for me. We will get back to the private pool a little later. The room was spacious and the beds comfortable. I had few glasses of wine by the end of the night, so don't take my word for it. The only downside, the TV was not smart, just like my ex's. This hotel room is definitely a provider. It had dental kit, shaving kit, sewing kit, and also vanity kit. Some of you old men should learn. Everything you see on the screen is going home with me. Moving on to more impressive things, look at this, self-moving curtains. Literally, I need this in my house. Can I already marry a billionaire? Because opening my own curtains is getting ghetto. The private pool was small and cute, and it had a view to the 2nd tallest building in the world. But the twin towers were blocked, so I was not impressed by the view. At this point, I'm starting to think that I am the problem. But at least I can afford to be one, thanks to my mom's genetics and God's will. Me and my assistant headed up to the rooftop to take photos, but it started raining. What can I say? I'm a lucky girl and I do lucky things. We managed to take this amazing photo because everybody had to get out from the pool. Special shout out to my assistant that put a lot of hard work and effort to take that photo. I don't want to be contacted by child services. I want to clarify that this is my brother. In return of taking my photos, I was forced to swim with him. So that's definitely a fair game. At some point, he started drowning me at the pool, so I decided to get out of it. A little detour, 2025 is a year of a snake, so therefore I wore the lenses. Also, can we talk about the fact that this year I have reached my dream body goal? But not for too long though, because look at this club sandwich, I devoured it. My brother finessed the Lego set out of me for New Year's. The apple indeed does not fall far from the tree. Me on the other hand, trying to finesse a New Year's gift out of my mom, I served her sparkling Moscato. In response, I was told that she's my gift, and that's no lie. I proceeded to pour a glass of wine for myself to cheers on that. We all felt hungry, so went down for dinner at 6 p.m. Downstairs, there was a lot of entertainment for children. There was a clown that was making balloon figures. There were also other stations such as face painting, sand art, and drawing. This was such a brilliant idea on the hotel side because my brother didn't disturb me the whole night. And it was a great idea on our side to go to dinner at 6 p.m. Since it was still early, there was not a lot of people and I was able to record all the food and options that were available in New Year's Eve dinner. To be frankly honest, the dessert section was my personal favorite. Moving on to the food section, there was a lot of seafood available in the buffet. There were mussels, clams, lobsters, scallops, crabs, shrimp, sashimis, oysters, and other options available, and they were being picked up like hotcakes. In the buffet, there was a lot of varieties available from different cuisines such as Chinese, Malay, Indian, Japanese, and so on. The food looked very colorful and very appetizing. But when it comes to the taste, I think the quality was compromised over quantity. I would rather prefer food that tasted much better than to have this many variety where everything tastes mediocre. It's highly possible that I feel this way because I'm a meat eater and I don't really eat seafood. My family, on the other hand, was very pleased with the buffet as they enjoyed the seafood. I tried several meat dishes and for me, the meat was just simply too chewy. Therefore, I decided to opt for dessert instead. As already stated, the desserts were great. I abandoned my family in the dinner to go upstairs and get ready in peace. I played some music, took a shower, redid my makeup and my hair. The outfit that I opted for is this long off-white bodycon dress, and I paired it with some gold jewelry. I filmed some content for Instagram and YouTube and headed to Sky Deck that's located on the 51st floor. I was there with the solo mission of taking photos, so I didn't even notice the see-through glass under my feet. My new assistant in the form of a mother didn't have natural born talents like my brother did, so therefore we had to take multiple attempts and we finally got the right photos. I captioned them, "My life is sweet like vanilla is." And I headed back to the room. I'm in the room. Because there were so many options in the dinner, I ended up not eating. Kind of weird, but yes, and I just ordered the club sandwich. I devoured that club sandwich and I joined my family in the rooftop to meet the new year. I got my glass of Mayotte, cheersed with family, spoke few toasts, and by the time we knew it, the New Year's came in. I'm so grateful to be able to celebrate this New Year's with my family. Being away from them for 4 years was not easy. These fireworks, the view and the ambience, it just felt magical. It felt like a full circle moment. 2023 was a very rough year for me, but 24 made it justice. I returned home to my family and friends. I found a job and I started my YouTube channel. I met amazing people and I can't wait to see what 2025, the year of a snake, has to offer me. The first hour of the new year I spent it entertaining my favorite brother. I only have one, by the way. After I took a shower, I enjoyed this gigantic bathroom for the last time on my own. Face clean, hair dried, it was time to do some skincare. Tell me why my new assistant is cleaning the room at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's such a blessing and a curse to have such hardworking people around me. I gave my brother a double goodnight kiss, hoping he would wake up and I would be able to scare him with my mask. Sadly, he didn't even flinch, so I proceeded to enjoy my company with a glass of wine. Just maybe too much wine, because the evidence I found the next morning were evidencing. Now that I think about it, I have like 1,080 talents. I mean, talking, drawing, editing, designing, looking good. I think it's a talent. Smelling good is also a good talent. Cooking, baking. At some point, I passed out. The next morning, we went down to have breakfast. I was not thrilled. I don't like seeing this many people, especially in the morning. I headed to the closest station and grabbed the nearest food. I attempted to record the type of food that was available for breakfast, but at some point I just gave up because there were constantly people on my way. I went and visited the Sky Deck for the last time before the checkout. In the morning, it was more scary. The first day of the year started with a very sunny and a clear sky. Right after, I headed to a mall where I found my dream shoes. Hopefully, I'll be meeting 2026 in them.